Welcome to Wacky Wednesday. Let's see what today's video will be. The Nerdgasm Friday Show proudly presents another episode of Wacky Wednesday with your host me, Vaughn Geen, and today is Magic Day. So this is Lorwyn Eclipse, the brand new set. This is the pre-release set I picked up. I'm not sure when this even releases. It releases here in a couple of weeks, I believe. But some of your shops might have these. You can pick them up. If not, they might have a tournament that you can play and get your own. And let's jump into it. I'm really excited about this set. They teamed up with Jim Henson Productions, which I am a huge Muppet fan. I've got showing you all the wrong ones here. Up there, I got Swedish Chef. Right here, I got Baby Gonzo. Dark Crystal is one of my favorite movies of all time. Love the Labyrinth. So when I heard that Jim Henson was teaming up to do this, I got excited. And there's like this little bat character who looks awesome as a puppet. So let's jump into this and let's see. I've never opened one of these, so I have no idea what I'm getting into. One of these days I will go and play the actual pre-release, but for now I just bought this. Alright, every light casts a shadow. So this is like a duality world. There's light and dark creatures. So I'm hoping for some really cool stuff there. Alright, first up we have some really cool. So see, there's the light. There's the dark. We have these nice things here. Ooh, okay. Okay, so there's some counters and stuff on here for you guys. You know, they always give you some nice stuff. Some +1, or no, these are all -1s. Oh, so there's that stuff, and then there's this. All right, let's see what this is. It's like a cool deck box, dark on the one side, the other. Okay, all right. So I'm digging. First off, the D20 is got the logo there. Let's zoom in a little bit, but it's blood speckled. That's really cool. I like the D20s. I'm a D&D guy, so a good D20 is always worth it. Let's see what else we got. Is that it? Nope. Something fell out. Okay. So, this here. Okay. So, this tells you how to play Merfolk, Goblins, Kithkin, Elementals, and Elves. So, it's like a little thing to help you learn how to play because this format is very weird. You play 40-card deck, and you have to make your deck out of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards for 6 packs. So I was told that I need to come because that will help me kind of make the game up. So all right, so we got this little divider thing, and first up is our promo card. I might have to get sleeves. We'll see. It is. Ooh, a legendary creature, Elf Druid. I am making a Druid deck, and I was going mono green. That might change my mind. Alright, let me find my magic sleeves. I know it's against protocol to use anything but magic sleeves. I do have some official magic sleeves. I'm going to leave those out. Yeah, let's open this up. It's a holofoil rare mystic. I'm not sure. I didn't get to see what that was. I think it's a rare. But, oh, come on, open up for me. There we go. Don't want to ruin the card. There we go. Okay, so it is just a rare. But whenever it enters, mill 4 cards. Then you may put a creature or land from among the milled cards on top of your library. And if you pay 2 and then 3 either black or green, you can tap, discard a land card, create a 1/1 green-white worm creature token. Not sure how that fits into my deck idea, but I will. That's probably the best case scenario for me. I'm kind of digging that. I love Druids is my favorite race, or I'm sorry, class. I even have my little Lego Druid guy, and so I wanted to make a Druid commander deck, and I might have to rethink myself and make that my commander. I'm not sure yet. Alright, so we've got 6 packs of play boosters. Let's jump into them. Move the dice over here. and see if we can't get something good. There's a nice merfolk on the cover there. Alright. The play boosters, I think, are like your normal boosters that you can get. So we had a treasure on one side. Let's flip it over here. Alright, we have an elf, which is always good to have because I love elf decks. I'm sure everyone else loves elf decks, right? So, let's go. Check out this brand new set. Scarblade's Malice. Okay. You can go ahead and pause if you want to read what they do. Blossom Bird. That looks really cool. If you like blue, I'm sure that's a really good card. Alright, Gallant Full Knight. That's cool. We got a knight riding a chicken. Alright, Safe Right Cavalry. Got an elf warrior. Reckless Ransacking. Nice instant with a donkey creature, I guess. Scareblade Scout. That must be a very popular elf in this. Gangly Stompling. That's a really cool shapeshifter. I do like that one. Alright. Ferdotch Core. That's an artifact shapeshifter. That's actually pretty cool. For 3 mana, he can add a mana of any color. And then for 4, he becomes a 4/4 artifact creature. That's really cool, actually. I'm sure a lot of people are going to want that card. Alright, Hovel Hurler. Giant Warrior. Kith Keeper. It's an elemental. Looks pretty cool, actually. It's like a deer butterfly thing. Alright, our uncommon Eclipsed Realms. It's a land. Alright, land says enter, choose elemental, elf, fairy, giant, goblin, Kith King, merfolk, or treefolk. You add 1 colorless. Add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast a spell the chosen type above. So, if you're running a deck, that's actually not horrible. Slumbering Walker. Got another giant warrior. That's our rare. Our holo is a Gravgil Scoundrel, merfolk rogue. Okay, just a normal. Our land. It's a really cool basic land. Okay. So that's the first pack of this brand new set. Let's go. I can't wait. There's some really cool cards in there. Some really, really cool cards. Alright. We have a Shapeshifter. Token. Okay. Didn't know that could be a token. On the other side, we got a merfolk. So the tokens are really cool in this set. I will say that. 10 the Sprigs. Search your library card for basic library land card. Put that in a battlefield tap, and then shuffle. Then, if you control 7 or more lands and or treefolk, create a 3/4 treefolk. That's actually pretty good. That might go into my druid deck also. I'm always looking for new cards to make it better. Alright, Gristle Glutton. We got a goblin. Alright, Borgat Prankster, another goblin. Looks like this might be my goblin pack, huh? Run Away Together. That, okay. That's actually kind of cool. It's a weird card. Blue's always like that. They just want to screw you over. Kithkin Soldier. Timid Shieldbearer. Midnight Tilling. Mischievous Sneakling. Okay, I like the shapeshifters. I think they're really cool looking. That one's really cool looking. Changeling Wayfinder. Okay, that is a non-colored. So that's pretty cool that there's non-colored creatures that aren't artifacts. Alright, Eclipse Elf. Another black-green. So that's definitely a thing with the elves in here is black-green. Alright. Twin Flame Travelers. Kind of like that. It's almost like Heatmire and Freezemire. Elemental Sorcerers. Okay. Should be another uncommon. We have the Nameless Inversion. Okay. Another Shapeshifter. Our rare is Champion of the Klachan. It's okay. It's a Kith King Knight riding a bear. That's actually really cool. Alright, let's see. What is our holo? Stratosaur, an elemental, just a common. And our land? Basic plain. Okay. Again, really cool cards. Some really nice cards for some decks there. Alright, we have another elf card in the back. Oh, we have a flippy card. I just ruined that for myself, but we have a flippy card in here. Alright, there's a Kithkin. I like the Kithkin. They're like little gnomes that ride stuff. That's pretty cool. Alright, we got a flippy card. Elder Ante. Goblin Warlock. Light Rot. Okay. Wow. That's actually insane. For 3 mana, you put basically you're hitting a creature for 4 damage. That's awesome. If you don't kill it, you're really weakening it. Poloroth Mystic. We have an Elemental Wizard. Okay. Tributary Volter, a Merfolk Warrior. Merfolk Warrior with flying. Okay, that's actually really cool. Gilt Leaf's Embrace. Enchant Aura. I think there's a Gilt Leaf that I actually want for my deck, so I'll have to look into this a little bit later and see if that may be it. Rooftop Percher. It's another shape shifter. Alright, colorless also, so that's very cool that they have colorless, so. Prideful Feastling. Another really cool shapeshifter. Kinda wanna make a shapeshifter deck. Alright, we got Kinsbale Aspirant, the Kithkin Citizen. Alright, that's an uncommon. We got Noggle the Mind, an enchantment aura. There we go. It's another uncommon. Alright, the next uncommon is the Mud Button Curse Tosser. That's kind of cool. Goblin Warlock. Kind of like him. Alright, our rare is the Bristlebane Outrider. Or no, that's another uncommon. I'm sorry. 4. I miscounted. Alright, it's Kithkin Knight. Our rare is... Alright, Sig. Wade Wine Wisdom. It's a Merfolk Wizard. Now, at the beginning of your first main phase, you may pay 1 plane. If you do, transform Sig. So let's see what Sig turns into. Sig. Wanderbrine Shield. Okay. You can't be blocked. So if you want a Merfolk deck, this is probably the one to go with. One of your legendaries, so it's pretty cool. It's a nice rare card. So very cool looking. Let's see what our holo is. Alright. Chitinous Graspling. It's another shapeshifter, which is a common. And our... Ooh! Alright, we have the Forest card. That's really cool. I like Forest, so that will go in my deck. Alright, we got a non-basic land there. Alright, let's go into the next one. We have the Elf on the front. It's a good flippy card, not nothing major, especially being it's Merfolk. I don't really like Merfolk, so Treasure and Kithkin. Alright. Bogart Prankster, another Goblin Warrior, we've had that one. Summit Sentinel, which is an Elemental Soldier. Timid Shieldbearer, Kithkin Soldier. Crossroads Watcher, Kithkin Ranger, 3/3 with Trample. Okay, and then if you put down a bunch of creatures in one turn, this thing could be really, really powerful. That's not a bad card. Enraged Flamecaster, Elemental Sorcerer, that's pretty cool. Gravgill Scoundrel, we have the holo of that, the Merfolk Rogue. Chaos Spewer, Goblin Warlock. That's really awesome looking artwork, to be honest. I dig that one. Not a big Goblin fan, but that's a really cool one. Alright, Thirsty for Identity. Okay, so there you go. That's not a bad instant. Not a great one either, but that's our first uncommon. Second one is Thoughtwhiff Emperor, Kithkin Advisor. Okay, looks like a pretty good card actually. 0/5 though. Squonk Roaster. It's an Elemental Fire Chicken. That's pretty cool. Another uncommon. A last uncommon. On Berry. Okay, this is a really cool instant if I remember right. I think I heard something about this. So, for 2 mana, you return target creature from your graveyard to your hand, or you retain 2 target creature cards that share a creature type from your graveyard to your hand. That's a super cool, powerful card. If you got like a zombie deck or something like that, this card would be awesome for it. Alright, let's see what our rare is. It is a land. Okay, we got Steam Vents. Okay, so you can pay 2 life and it comes in untapped. It can be water or mountain, island or mountain, so not bad. See what our holo is. The Mist Meadow Council. It's Kithkin Advisor. It's just a common. And our land. Oh, the basic forest. Okay. So we got back-to-back forests. One's an art, one's a basic. 2 more packs. Come on, we need a good pull. We need a really good pull. Okay, that's a good sign. It's a new card. Tree Folk. We didn't have Tree Folk before. Alright, so let's see what's on the other side of Tree Folk. Ooh, okay, Goblin. That's awesome. Alright, so Goblin and Tree Folk this time. Let's see. Alright. Aquatex Defense. Enchantment Aura. Shore Lurker, Merfolk Scout. I like that the Merfolks are flying. It's kind of cool to see them with like bird wings. It's very unique, I think. Evolving Wilds, we have a land. Sacrifice this land. Search your library for a basic land card. Put that into the battlefield. Tap, then shuffle. Okay. Not great. Not awful. Alright, the Gilt-Leaf Embrace. I believe that's one I already got. Squeeze. Deals 3 damage to any target. You may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Okay. That's not a horrible. 3 mana for a 3 damage. And you can discard a card. So if you have a bad card in your hand, you can discard and draw a new one. Chitinous Graspling, that is another shapeshifter. I believe we got that in Hollow. Mist Meadow Council, we did just get in Hollow, so we have the card of it now. Eclipse Realms, my bad, that's the one where you say a type out of that, and you get bonuses, so that's really cool. Ferocious Tome Skimmer, that's a Fairy Rogue, that's pretty cool looking. That's an uncommon. Is this one an uncommon? Yeah. Okay, so second uncommon. Explosive Prodigy, Elemental Sorcerer. Very cool looking card. Next uncommon. Oh no, our rare. Mornsong Aura. Legendary enchantment. Okay. Player can't draw cards or gain life. At the beginning of each player's draw step, that player loses 3 life. Searches their library for a card, puts it in their hand, and shuffles. That's an insane card. I just watched a video on this card, actually. Wow, that's a really cool card. Alright, so that's the first one. Our next one is a Lava Leaper Elemental. So I was right. That should have been a uncommon. So, we got a Fire Jackalope here. Very cool looking. 4 mana for a 4/4 with all creatures have haste. Oh! Alright. And you can, anytime you tap a basic land, you can add 1 mana of any type. Wow, that land produces. Okay. And our Hollow. Okay, we have Noggle Robber. It's a Noggle Rogue. Is that a kangaroo? Or a donkey? I'm not really sure. Yeah, that's an uncommon though, so that's a pretty cool card. Noggles are in here. Whatever those are. And our land is a mountain. Alright, there's some really cool cards now. I got 2 rares, which is awesome. Double banger. Alright, let's see what our last pack is. Last pack magic. We haven't even got a mystic yet, so we need a mystic. Alright, we got an elf on the back. Flip that over. We got a Kithkin. Alright. Give me good vibes, last pack. Alright, Silvergill Peddler. This is a Merfolk Citizen. Gold Meadow Nomad, Kithkin Scout. Definitely getting some new ones, that's really cool. Great Forest Druid. Alright, actually I do like that. A 0/4, but you're going to add 1 mana. That might go into my Druid deck also. Flame Chain Mauler. We got an Elemental Warrior. Heirloom Anti, Goblin Warlock. I believe we've already got that out of the first pack. Really cool card though. Glamorite. It's a Fairy Rogue with Flash and Flying. Not too shabby. Forging Wickermaw. Artifact Creature Scarecrow. Okay, so there are Scarecrows in there. I know that's like a big deck that people like is Scarecrow decks. Spiral into Solitude. It's an enchantment. For white, not bad. Chomping Changeling. Alright, it's a shapeshifter. So, it's every creature type. And when this creature enters, destroy up the 1 target artifact or enchantment. That's actually not a horrible card. Not great stats, 1/2, but that's okay. That's not a horrible card. Alright, Impolite Entrance. We have The Shining. Johnny. I'm going to call this guy Johnny from now on. That's Johnny the Goblin. Lofty Dreams. Let me see. That was, did I screw up? Yeah. Let me see here. Okay. So this will be our 3rd uncommon. Lofty Dreams. Alright. Our last uncommon. We got a mythic. Alright. They gave me a mythic, so we got 2 rares again in this one. This is an Elemental Incantation Catharus, something like that. Creature enters if 2 planes was spent to cast it. Create 2 1/1 green-white Kithkin creature tokens. Creature enters with 2 mountains was spent to cast it. Creature you control gets +1/+1 and gains haste until end of turn. And you can invoke it. You may cast this spell for its invoke cost. If you do, it's sacrificed when it enters. Okay, so it takes 6. So I do believe that you can pay 2 plains and 2 mountains to get both effects. But on second turn, you can also invoke this, come out, hit hard, and it goes to the graveyard. And there's a lot of things you can do from there. So, all right, so that's cool. Snell. Let's see what our rare is. Another one? No. It's our Hollow Shapeshifter, Mischievous Sneakling, and we got a Hollow Land. Okay. All right, so that was really cool. Some really cool cards in there that I'm going to take a look at for my decks. Hopefully there's something in there you guys saw that you liked and you might pick this up. I think it's really cool. It's got a cool concept. Lorwyn, Eclipse. Go to your local shop, see if you can't find it. There's 2 commander decks coming out. There's all different kinds of stuff. So if not, keep your eyes out. This will be out shortly. And check out the trailer if you haven't. Jim Henson and them did a great job. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you did, smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out the video over there and up there. Check out nerdgasmvarietyshow.com for all of your official merch. And come back next Wednesday and see what we do. It's wacky. We don't know. So until then, guys, peace.